Good evening, my friends. This is Carl, and I am so pleased to have this opportunity to come and speak with you once again and to give you some ideas and some pointers on the times of what is coming ahead. It is quite a challenge to be living in the times that you are facing. When I say this, I am talking about the world of spirit as well, because we also are faced with newer challenges in order to help you in the physical world through this turbulence, through this change that is occurring. You have crossed the threshold into what was predicted as the end times. And as was pointed out in the video that you were seeing, all types of physical changes are occurring on the earth plane, causing suffering for many people. And we, of course, are very sorry for all that suffering and try to assist these people as much as we possibly can. And if they do end up coming into our dimension, we are there to nurture them and help them through that transition. But it is unfortunately what must happen in order to get to where the world needs to be. It is inevitable, it is unavoidable. And as I taught you so many years ago, by understanding the gifts of the Spirit, you will have a major tool, a major assistance by using the ability to commune with us, not necessarily through a medium, but through your own abilities. For every human being was given the ability to connect with the world of spirit, but it was taken away from you. It was put into atrophy when people of religions wanted to dominate the world and made using the gifts of the spirit an evil practice, when in fact it was the most natural practice there is. So I implore you to rely on your own intuition, on your own ability to communicate with the world of spirit. And yes, that can vary very strongly between people, very differently between people. Some people will be able to hear our words directly. Some people will have divisions and know what to do. But for some people, for most people, it would just be a feeling. And the feeling is not really as can be very strong and very intense. It can, most of the time, it is extremely subtle. And that is why the practice of turning within and listening to us is giving you the practice of being able to decipher those subtleties of energy, the subtlety of feeling, to assist you in the time of need. So we ask you, if at all possible, to spend some time during the week, even if it's just 15 minutes once a week, to sit and what you call meditate, or sit in the power, as some people talk to us, and explain it, where you sit with the and invite us in, invite a spirit person in, your spirit guides, your loved ones, to meet with you and to be with you and to communicate with you, and then allow yourself to sit and listen and sit and be receptive and see what you feel. For some of you, it might just be pressure on your head in the beginning. For some of you, it may be intense cobweb feelings around your face. These are all the beginning steps. But as you continue to do this, you will develop more and more, and suddenly you will discover that thoughts will be popping into your head, and you will think, that wasn't, I wasn't thinking about that. I wonder where it's coming from. And then you realize it's probably coming from the world of spirit. Well, it is coming from the world of spirit. We are putting thoughts into your head, and we are experimenting to see whether you will follow through with them. and listen to those thoughts. It is important at these times to develop these skills, and we ask that you do that. It is important also for you to walk through your life in confidence and in knowingness. Many things will happen that will cause you to fear. This plague that is going around has caused many people to live in fear. They are fear of becoming sick. They are fear of contacting this dreaded disease. And I am not negating the fact that it should be watched and you should pay attention to it. But living in fear is not exactly helpful. Living with caution is, living carefully is, but living with the knowingness that you are attuned to the spirit world and that you will not get sick, that you will be guided away from situations that where you possibly could contact the plague is important. So I am not negating the power of the disease. I am telling you that it is important not to give your power to the disease. It is important that you remain out of fear, that you remain in a positive mindset. For when you're in a positive mindset, you are attracting positive thoughts to you and positive energy to you. That positive energy will also can be healing energy so that it can help heal your body and heal your immune system and fortify your immune system so that you will not get sick. But if you're living in fear all the time, you are destroying your immune system. You're doing the exact opposite. So it's important that you recognize that you need to be cautious about things, but not live in fear of them. And I am not just talking about the plague. I am talking about all the things that will happen. The earth changes, the climate changes, all these things which will put many people into a very fearful state. You are to look at it as a blessing, as the next step towards the final crossing of the threshold into the age of knowledge, so that when you are not to go, you are not to go into the fear. You are try to remain out of fear as much as possible. Now, it is within the human condition to have a thought pass through your mind, a fearful thought pass through your mind. That is very natural. It is important when that happens to you that you take the time to acknowledge, oh, that's, I am feeling fear at this point. I need to get rid of it. I need to banish it from my thoughts and bring in the positive energy and think positive thoughts and replace that negative thought. Because a thought that passes through your mind and, and very quickly can cause no damage. But if you let that negative thought reside in your mind and live in your mind over hours and hours and days, it will cause damage. So you need to recognize and not be panicked when the negative thought comes into your mind, but deal with it and expel it and go back to the positive nature, the positive thoughts. Because you, my friends, are blessed to have the knowledge to help you across this channel, across this threshold into the age of knowledge. You have chosen to come and live on the planet at this time. You have chosen to be here in order to experience this. Your soul needs that experience. Your soul desires this experience. So do not negate your soul's desire. Work with your soul in order to be positive as you walk through the days to come. And know that you are living in what you have chosen to do and chosen to be. And know that you are doing what you can to bring light into the world, because the forces of darkness will be gathering, and the people who have the knowledge within them, as you do, the people who hold the light need to share that light and bring that light forward and bring that light to anyone who is interested in hearing it. When you hold the light in as you do, and you living that light, people who are not in that same mindset will be drawn to you. They will be panicked, they will be questioning, they will be in fear, and they will come to you because they sense that you have an answer that they need. And when that happens, simply simply breathe, take a breath. Take a breath in, take a breath out, calm yourself down, and listen to for our thoughts. For we will be there to put the words in your mouth to provide those people with the answers. Do not panic yourself. Do not be fearful yourself. Just allow yourself to be the instrument of the Spirit, the instrument that you are destined to be. And when I'm talking about that, we're not talking about a medium who stands on a platform and delivers messages. That has its place, and that is also very good. I did that for many years, and I assisted many people. It has its place, but in the times to come, we will all be our own mediums. Everyone in the physical world will be their own medium, as well as the people in the spirit world. And the communication between the two dimensions will flow like water, unimpeded, back and forth, the way it was designed to be initially before the world changed and people who desired power over people created institutions to take these gifts away. So, my friends, you have seen a video, and for some of you, it may cause concern. You need to become grounded in your own energy, grounded in your own knowledge, grounded in opening space up so that we can communicate with you. And you will go through these changes as a boat sails on the water. Yes, there may be some turbulent waves, but you will eventually get to the other side, to where you're destined to be. It has been my great pleasure to be able to speak with you, to be able to provide this advice for you, this guidance for you. And I want you to know how greatly I appreciate you still following in this path that I set down so many years ago. It is humbling for me to know that it continues and that I can still be of service even though I am no longer physically with you, that I can still guide the people who I love through their challenges in their life. I leave you with my blessings. And remember, dear people, I am only a thought away. If all you have to do is call out my name, and I will be there. And I will open up your mind, and I will be able to communicate to you as I do with many people in the physical world. My love and my blessings go to each and every one of you. So be it.